just going to carry on my own life. Whereas actually, we all know that more engagement from so many people of all ages, young, medium and old, is vital for a functioning, true democracy.
I thought only dictators cancelled elections.
Absolutely vital, Madam Deputy Speaker. Because if not, what then happens is that in terms of this misrepresentation, a complete misrepresentation of the views of the people on critical issues like immigration, like net zero, because you end up with a sort of uniparty type approach. It cannot be good for democracy if people feel, well, all of our views, you can't be represented, so what's the point of bothering?
Richard,
in democracy collapses if something is so patently unfair as that. And it is so important.
but
Is collapsing.
what?
Labour won a landslide. Or did they? Because when you look at the actual numbers, what happened in 2024 wasn't a democratic mandate, it was a mathematical illusion dressed up in a rosette. Inside the House of Commons, something rare occurred. MPs from Reform UK and the Liberal Democrats stood up and said what millions of British voters already feel in their gut: the voting system is broken. Not bent, not imperfect, broken. Reform had to pile up 823,000 votes to win a single seat. Labour, just 23,000. One party gets around at Wetherspoons. The other builds a mountain and still ends up with almost nothing to show for it. This isn't just a debate about electoral mechanics. This is about the legitimacy of British democracy itself. When 40% of the electorate doesn't even show up to vote, that's not laziness, that's a signal. People don't believe their vote changes anything. And, frankly, looking at the numbers, can you blame them? The Lib Dems have 14% of the national vote and can't sit on a single select committee. The Green Party, nearly 7% of voters behind them, barely registers in Parliament. Meanwhile, a government built on just a third of votes cast governs as if it has a historic mandate. That gap between votes and power is where trust goes to die. Labour and the Conservatives both know what proportional representation would mean for them the end of their duopoly. So they delay, deflect, and occasionally pass conference motions they have zero intention of acting on. Meanwhile, Reform's rise terrifies the establishment. Local elections are being cancelled in reform-friendly areas. Whether you support reform or despise them, cancelling elections because you're afraid of the result isn't democracy. It's damage control dressed up as administration. Every policy that affects your heating bill, your NHS appointment, your child's school, all of it flows from a parliament that may not truly represent the country. When millions of voters have no real voice, policies get made in a political bubble, and bubbles eventually burst. May local elections are coming, and the political pressure is building. If turnout collapses further, the legitimacy question becomes impossible to ignore. The question isn't whether the system needs reform, it's whether the people who benefit from the broken system will ever have the courage to fix it. Britain prides itself on being the mother of parliaments. But right now, that mother needs to look her children in the eye and admit the house needs more than a lick of paint. It needs rebuilding from the floor up. If this made you think or made you angry, drop a comment below, share this video, because silence, as they say, is complicity. And we've all been silent long enough.